Hey, good morning, Britain. Hello, world. I'm Aaron Hazelhurst in Britain. Yeah, wake up. I know I'm loud. I'm sorry about that. Turn your volume down if it's too much for you. But welcome to the program. This is if you're watching for the first time, it is a fascinating, exciting snapshot of all the latest in the world of business and money. Plus, we've got that Friday feeling, haven't we? He's here. You can't see him, but I'll introduce him in a minute. Microsoft shareholders, they're voting today on whether to approve this $26 billion deal to buy the social network site LinkedIn. Now, Microsoft is betting, I'll tell you what, it's betting heavily that LinkedIn will secure its place in a world after Windows. Here's the question, though. Will it work? Microsoft's best-known brands are, well, they're Windows, it's Office and Xbox. Here's a bit of a problem, though, because many of those products, they're beginning to fade. As consumers, well, we know consumers, all of us, we're turning to smartphones, we're turning to tablets. So how can LinkedIn help ensure Microsoft's future survival? Well, this is what we know. We know LinkedIn has about 433 million members, with 105 million using it at least every month. Crucially, 60% of usage is on those mobile devices. Now, in buying LinkedIn, Microsoft gets this ready-made platform to run its business on other people's computers in the iCloud, or in the cloud, I should say. But LinkedIn has made losses, lots of losses, certainly for the past 2 years. Earlier this year, shares fell more than 40, look at that there, that dip, 40%. That's in 1 day, mind you, 1 day, down, off a cliff. But they've sort of bounced back, if you will. Oh, that drop was off some rather gloomy yearly numbers, forecasts, but the share price rebounded, as I said, following the news that Microsoft may want to buy them. So will it work? Well, Microsoft has a mixed record on big money purchases. In 2011, it bought Skype, the voiceover site, Skype. It paid $8.5 billion for that. Unclear if that's paid off, really. Then in 2013, it bought Nokia's mobile phone division for $7.2 billion. Guess what it did in 2015? Microsoft just wrote it off. Said, nah, thanks, gone. $7 billion out the door. Look, let's get more, because Cyrus Mewawalla is a managing director at CM Research and joins us. And I didn't get that right, did I? Perfect. Cyrus, good to have you with us in the studio. Thanks for coming in. Okay, so I'm LinkedIn. You're Microsoft. I'm LinkedIn. I'm struggling to make a profit. I'm struggling to make money out of all my users, and I'm struggling to get new users. But you want to give me $26 billion? Hurry up and write that check. Really?
Yeah. Well, as Microsoft, they've missed for the last decade the biggest thing in tech, which is the mobile phone. So what they need to do now is to make sure they ride the next big technology cycles. And they're cycles like artificial intelligence, big data, the cloud, the Internet of Things. And what LinkedIn gives Microsoft is two of these tech cycles, which is social media and collaborative working and artificial intelligence.
And I don't want to beat up LinkedIn here. I'm on LinkedIn. I use LinkedIn, but I don't want to beat it up. But you said it. Microsoft was late to the game. Yeah. But are they a little bit? I mean, they're late to the game. They're trying to catch up. But are they buying a late? Are they buying an an older product, so to speak?
I don't think so. I mean, as Satya Nadella says, Microsoft's the leader in the professional cloud, and LinkedIn's the leader in professional networks. And so LinkedIn's got 430 million professionals on its network. Those professionals spend a lot of money, and therefore 26 billion, if you divide it by 400 million users, is not a lot, considering those people are going to spend a lot of money.
So you're telling me basically Microsoft's buying a big call list? I mean, a big sales list. Is that
not at all? So Microsoft says it's going to let LinkedIn run autonomously, but if Microsoft integrates LinkedIn's data sets of 400 million people, then its Office software and its Dynamics customer relationship management software will work a lot better, with things like artificial intelligence telling me what the data LinkedIn tells me.
Past acquisitions, Microsoft, big money acquisitions under, remind me,
Steve Ballmer?
No, not Steve Ballmer, the new boss.
Satya Nadella?
Thank you, Satya Nadella. It's early in the morning. Haven't been really successful, though, have they? I mean, and they've spent a lot of money on some big acquisitions, but no great track record.
This is his biggest one. It was under previous management that they made...
what I was talking about, Nokia, Skype. Oh, okay.
The big blow-ups, but under Satya Nadella's leadership, this is the real big one.
Okay.
And, so far, Satya Nadella has completely turned around Microsoft. His strategy is to take it to the cloud, which is the next big, and that's a big risk. And Microsoft is now still the third largest tech company in the world after Apple and Alphabet. So
third largest tech company. It's third largest company, though, isn't it? Yeah. So they're all tech, aren't they? They're all tech. Three biggest companies in the world, tech companies.
Correct.
Took up the wrong trade, didn't I? Took up the wrong trade. Cyrus Mewawalla. Mewawalla, that's better, isn't it? Cyrus, good to see you, mate. Thank you very much for coming in. Have a great weekend.
Pleasure.
Okay, we'll keep across that deal.